Hey everyone, welcome back to the range. Got a special body armor test for you today. This piece of body armor came from Sawyer Lawrence. He's worked with the chopping block before. He had contacted me and asked if we could perform this test, so we got our goodies around and here we are today. It's a little cold outside, it's only about 30-35 and the sun isn't out. We won't use the chronograph for this today. So you're probably wondering what this large panel is. This is an early 90s Ceradyne, I think that's how you pronounce the company name. 12.7mm protective body armor panel. I'll flip it over here and we can see the wording here. I didn't find a whole lot about this panel online other than it was perhaps worn by helicopter pilots who really didn't have to move because this thing weighs about 11 pounds. So for our demonstration today, we're really not sure what this is going to stop. I would assume that since it's 12.7mm rated, that it's probably rated for the Russian 12.7mm, not the 50 BMG. But we've got our Armalite AR-50 today. Our testing distance today will be at 75 yards. I was asked to test it at maybe 10, but I'm not really comfortable shooting 50 BMG at a target at 10 yards away, and 75 yards will be slightly more realistic. We have some IMI ball, I think it's M33, and from Freedom Munitions we have some armor-piercing incendiary tracer and some armor-piercing incendiary. We'll take a shot with the ball first, we'll go down and see what happened, and if it didn't go through, we'll take a shot with the APIT, and then if that goes through, we'll take a shot with the incendiary anyways, just because I like to see those flash. We will strap our body armor to our clay briefcase. As always, the clay's warm but not that warm because it is cold outside, but if this somehow stops it, which I'm kind of leaning towards it will. I've seen RMA's 1189 plate stop 50 BMG at 100 yards. The backface was like a giant softball, but it stopped it. I'm confident we'll see some cool backface on this. So let's get set up for this test. So first we'll try a shot with just the standard M33 ball. This is from IMI. Go for the upper right of the plate. Let's go see what we did. Here's our impact. We got a bunch of parts of the plate coming out of there. Practically all of the plate coming out of there. Most of the plate still feels intact. What do you guys think? Oh, it stopped it. On that back face though, that's a pretty good sized dimple there. And there's a pretty good in our clay there. Now this clay isn't exactly what the R.A.N.G.E uses. It's not up to temperature. This clay needs to be about 90 degrees for you to get a good dimple on there. But still, that's pretty deep in there, but it stopped it. Now, if this is designed for helicopter pilots, taking a 75-yard dead-on shot with 50 BMG is probably going to be pretty unlikely, but I'm impressed that it stopped it. What do you guys think it's going to do with the armor-piercing incendiary or the tracer round? Let's strap this guy back up here and take the shot. Alright, now we're going to try some of the armor-piercing incendiary. This is from Freedom Munitions. Hopefully the ceramic is hard enough to ignite the incendiary compound in here so we get a nice big flash. We'll find out. We're going to go for the left middle of the plate. I didn't see a flash on that. Let's go see what happened. here was our second shot here. Now with ceramic plates, once you shoot the plate, you start to get spider cracks and subsequently weaken the plate. But I don't think this plate stood a chance against the APIT. Here was our clay. You can see there's a nice hole going through there. It bent this steel fixture of mine. And the back side of the plate, there is a hole. The front cover started to come off here. You can see how it's cracked all the ceramic from those two shots. Now we got some spots left down here. We'll strap this back on the tree because we don't need any information off the clay now. We'll throw a couple rounds of the APIT at it. I don't know if we'll see it trace or not. Normally the 50 BMG doesn't start tracing past 100 yards, but we'll see what's going to happen. We have a couple rounds of the APIT. We have the plate on the tree. The clay's done its job. Just trying to see what kind of fireworks show we can get going on with this. Here are our two APIT shots right up here. Can't tell if it went through or not. Most of the ceramic is left on the ground. Here comes some more of it. Well, I'll be. That one went through. You can see it flattened out our first spot there. That second one, I don't see penetration. Yeah. So it looks like it stopped one of the APIT rounds. The other one squeaked through. I wonder mainly because it was closer to that one. Maybe the backing was compromised. Interesting. Whatever 12.7 millimeter it was rated for, whether the 50 BMG or the Russian equivalent, I'm sure 75 yards was not in the scope of that test. So I mean, this plate did surprisingly well. There's pretty much nothing left of the strike face. I believe it's ceramic. In some of the videos you can see it's this really weird gray color. It's tough, so I'm not sure what it is, but it did a really good job of breaking up those bullets. It stopped the FMJ. The API, it went through, and then when I shot it again, the API tracer on this side didn't go through, but then on this side it went through. I think maybe we were a little close. I mean, here we were farther away, so amazing. I took this back home to do the closing video because I just kind of wanted to show like some of the construction. These are actual, like, looks like it's layered Kevlar. I mean, it's woven fabric, or woven material I should say. I didn't find any of the bullet cores in there. As far as backface goes, it's really hard to get a measurement off really large calibers because it likes to really push the clay around, and it's hard to, you know, when it's so big, it's hard to get a flat point on each side and measure it. I attempted to measure it and I got right around 47 millimeters. In an official NIJ test you may see more, but I mean that gives you an indication that at 75 yards FMJ was able to stop it And even though it failed on backface, 44 millimeters is the limit. I want to thank Sawyer Lawrence for contacting me to demo this plate. I really had fun borrowing the 50 from my friend. I hope we can get some more tests in the future where we can get it out, because it's a lot of fun to shoot. That giant muzzle brake on there, it makes shooting it a breeze. As always, thanks again for watching, everybody, and until next time, take it easy, everybody.